What's the point of hungry? This shit grinds my gears.
I know you go like you know me. Let's run away together, go and live by the sea. Yeah, I know a place and it's pretty far away. Well, we could leave tomorrow and be there by Saturday. Well, it is pretty simple, but that is all we need. We would have each other and live off the coconut seed. I know you love the ocean and you love the sun.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so grateful that you are here. As per always, I hope you are having a beautiful day. As you already know, I love to get creative in the kitchen. I love to have some fun and experiment and all of the things. But I also like to keep it real because I'm a busy person. And I also don't want to spend hours on end creating these crazy recipes. I like to just, whip something up within 30 minutes and call it a day. But I like to nourish my body and make sure I am fueled properly so I can be lively and happy and feel good every single day. I also want to say that this week I went over to my dad's and he lives several hours away from me and actually saw a bunch of my family, which was so nice. It was so nice to see everybody. But I also just want to say I know I'm not the only person in the same boat of not seeing their family very often, especially during this time of craziness during the pandemic. It's hard to see our family. So I want to remind you to message somebody that you love, message a loved one, call a loved one, maybe plan a hangout or visit soon and catch up with them, okay? Because we all need to stay in contact with people that we love, even if it's not your family and it's just your friends or like whatever the case may be. Message someone that you love because we have to take care of our mental health, and staying in contact with people that we love is a really, really important aspect of keeping up with our mental health, okay? Connection to other people is so very important. Anyways, let's get on with the food. As you saw, I started off the day with a simple smoothie bowl and it just hits the spot on a summer's day. I gotta say. And that combination, I swear, is my favorite, and it's been my favorite for years. Mango, raspberry, banana, vanilla protein powder. Anyways, we're making a new classic of mine, which is the chickpea wrap. If you've watched my other videos, you already know I've been obsessed with this recently, and it's so easy to make, and I swear to you, you will feel less inclined to buy pre-made wraps from the store. It's literally just 1/4 cup chickpea flour, 1/4 cup water, dash of salt, and then fry it in the frying pan. So delicious. I'm topping this one off with a whole bunch of goodness. I put some hummus and chipotle paste on the base and then added avocado, radish, red onion, red cabbage, some leftover roasted chickpeas, sauerkraut, salsa, and of course some spinach, because you know I love to get my greens in. And then I just wrapped it on up and enjoyed. After lunch, I was feeling a sweet pick-me-up, and chocolate is the way to go. It gets all of the endorphins going, all right? It just makes you feel good and energized without, the caffeine high. Anyways, with that said, we're making an iced cacao. We mixed up some cocoa powder, some maple syrup, and some water, added ice and cashew milk to our cup, and then poured over our cacao mixture. So good. So at this point, I'm basically running out of food and have like nothing in the house, but hey, it allows me to get creative in the kitchen and think of some new, different recipes, quote unquote recipes, because I don't really know what I'm doing here. Anyways, we fried up some zucchini, added some chickpeas, some brown rice, and some chipotle paste to it, along with some water, just so the chipotle paste would spread out evenly within all of the ingredients. And then I added some frozen corn and some more spices, some garlic powder, some smoked paprika, and then topped it on off with some spinach, touch more water, and then just let that cook for about 10 minutes or so. It's kind of like a weird take on that Mexi rice bake that I made like several months ago in one of my What I Eat in a Week videos. I will link it up in the cards and also down in the description box below, because that recipe was so bomb. So many of you guys tried it and loved it, and I was just so happy to hear that.
All night to the dawn, you stay when they switch doors. I know you're the one. They go and they come. You like the summer breeze through the trees. You like.
So as you saw, I started off my day with an iced turmeric latte. Same vibe to the cocoa one, but obviously turmeric and some cinnamon instead of cocoa powder. Anyways, after that, I was feeling more of a savory breakfast, so I added a very sad avocado to a bowl along with some red onion, pickled jalapenos, some lime juice, because you already know I like to spice it up, a dash of salt, and then the chickpeas were an aftermath thought. I should have just mashed the chickpeas in with the avocado, but hey, I just added them right on top and enjoyed. As a little midday pick-me-up, I had a date, a Brazil nut, some chocolate, along with a coffee as well. Because I didn't have any caffeine in the morning, I felt like a little midday coffee, you know? Basically, immediately after, I decided to make some lunch because I needed some fuel. I've been like loving making some carrot salads recently, so I just made my carrots into ribbons using my peeler, added them to a bowl along with some red onion, some radish, and some spices. I'll write this full recipe down in the description box below for you guys so you can try it. It was actually really, really good, and the carrot salad is just so light, but also so nourishing as well. I had some leftover roasted sweet potato from a couple days ago, so I just added it to a pan, warmed it up, and then topped it off with some jalapeno hummus. Okay, I don't know about you, but I always say jalapeno as a joke, and anytime I'm recording these voiceovers and I say jalapeno, it's actually really hard for me not to say jalapeno, just because I've just been so used to saying it as a joke. Does anyone else say that? I can't be alone. We're still running out of food at this point because your girl's kind of lazy and didn't want to go to the grocery store, but hey, like I said already, it allows me to get creative in the kitchen. So we are frying up some red onion and some carrot in our pan along with some spices, cooked up some pasta, added some tahini and some roasted garlic to it. Oh, I love roasted garlic. It hits different. It's so freaking good. Anyways, we added some lemon juice, some spinach, and some fresh basil, as well as just a touch of water. Cooked that on up until everything was combined and delicious, and enjoy.
It's just you didn't love me right.
So this morning, I'm starting off with a big old matcha, but I added a half a scoop of this greens blend by TEAMI. Feel free to use my code. It'll be down in the description box below for 20% off of their entire site. Trust me, you gotta try it. Anyways, if you guys have watched my videos already, you know that I like to start my day off with something different, basically every single day, just because it's fun and exciting. Change it up, okay? But this morning, we gotta go to work. So we made a super simple breakfast. We were just throwing some frozen blueberries into our pan along with a tablespoon of chia seeds, a squeeze of lemon, and some maple syrup, cooking that down, and then just threw some already made waffles into the toaster, added some peanut butter to them, topped it with our blueberry mixture, and then added some more fruit and of course some hemp seeds because I'm literally obsessed with hemp seeds. I can't help it. One, they're so good for you. Two, they're delicious and you can basically add them to anything. So I'm just finishing work now. It is 5:30, which is like a normal time for the shift that I was working. And I didn't even tell you guys that I was working today. Anyways, I worked today. I started at 10, so I ate my breakfast, went to work. I have not ate anything since breakfast. I'm like past the point of hungry. I'm past the point of hungry where I feel like I could just go hours longer without eating. I don't know if you guys have ever got to that point where it's like your hunger cue is just gone and you're like, okay, I'm fasting now. It's a thing. It's completely unintentional. I just did not have time to pack lunch and I didn't really feel like ordering anything to eat, and also it was very busy, so I didn't even have time to eat while I was at work. But I have zero food in the house, guys. I think I'm going delirious right now. Anyways, we are going to drive home. We are going to get changed. We are going to go to the grocery store and stock our house up. But I am going to visit my dad over the weekend, so I'm not gonna buy like a crazy amount of stuff. I'm just gonna buy some essentials and then also some stuff to bring with me when I go there, because I'm the only weirdo in my family. Yes, my family eats vegetables. I'm not the only weirdo in that sense, but I'm the only plant-based person in my entire family. So I bring food with me everywhere I go because I just always feel like I have to, you know? Anyways, like I said, we're gonna head home and we are going to hit up the grocery store and stock the F up, all right? So I just realized if you guys didn't watch my Q&A video, you don't know what I do for work. So I'm a server. I work at a restaurant. Servers don't really like get breaks per se. Like if it's really, really busy, like you just kind of keep going with the flow, and yeah, so that was kind of today. But I am freaking hungry right now. I cannot go to the grocery store without having something to eat. So I have some leftover like rice thing that I made a couple days ago. So I'm gonna eat that and probably make a smoothie. Just like throw something in my stomach right now. Yeah, so let's whip that up and then... I'm not really feeling a smoothie right now, which is very surprising because it's freaking hot outside, and you know, when it's hot, you feel like something cold, but I don't really feel like a smoothie. So I just whipped together just like a tiny little bowl of like nuts and chocolate and whatever. I'll flip the camera around so I can show you guys. So I just got some almonds, a Brazil nut, some chocolate, and a date.
Beat me down on my knees, baby, begging you please, misunderstood. While you're lying to rest, think it over again. I hope that sometimes it's hard to close your eyes, 'cause you see just how I'm doing it, it's more than fine.
I think I should have gotten a cart. What do you think? So this shit grinds my gears. I'm looking at 2 different tortillas and they have basically the exact same ingredients. One of them is 88 cents and the other one is $3.49. Why? Like, it's literally branding. Like, just look at the ingredients of things and see if something's cheaper because it's actually cheaper or if it's just the brand. Because no, you know your girl is gonna buy the cheaper one because it's the same freaking thing. Anyways, let's move on. All right, so I'm just gonna do a quick little grocery recap for you guys because I wanna get moving and grooving. For one, I am hungry and I'm actually gonna head over to a friend's house to actually make dinner. I said actually a lot right there. Let's move on though. Okay, so we got some cucumber and some organic green grapes. Freaking love grapes so much. They're so good. Got some green onion, 2 things of corn, which we're going to use tonight because we're gonna make tacos and I'm gonna make like a slaw to go with it, but I'm going to cook up this corn first and like toast it and it's gonna be, oh, so good. Couple things of bananas, some mushrooms, some cherries. I typically never put anything in plastic bags. Because of COVID, they're not doing loose mushrooms. And when you have loose mushrooms, they usually have like paper bags beside them, and I always grab the paper bags. They don't have that right now, so I'm just putting them in a plastic bag, unfortunately. Some garlic, some black beans, some walnuts. These are already like crushed up walnuts, and I like crush my walnuts up anyway, so I'm like, you know, score. I don't have to like mush them in my hands now. Great. Ooh, I'm hearing my kombucha up there squeaking a little bit. It means it's fermenting. Whoop whoop. Anyways, got some greens here, just some spinach. I got some sweet potatoes, some onion, a nice, beautiful red cabbage. Oh, so pretty. These were 88 cents. Literally, the next thing that was beside it, like I said, was $3.50 for the exact same thing. And this comes with 10 and the other one only came with 6. Why? I don't get it. Anyways, I got some cilantro, which we are using tonight as well. I got some vegan mayonnaise because I haven't had vegan mayonnaise in my fridge in like a hot minute. So I'm super excited about that. Got some red pepper and some jalapeno, and I think I touched on everything. Like I said, this is just a little grocery haul just to kind of top things up and feed me right now. We're probably gonna pick up a couple more things like tomorrow or the next day on our way to Sarnia, which is where I'm going to visit my dad. But anyways, let's pack this up and head over to our friend's house, all right? Cue making dinner. So like I told you guys, we're making some tacos, and I've made a very similar recipe to this in the past, but instead of tofu, I used cauliflower, and I gotta say, both are equally as good. That's a 1/4 cup, right guys? I think so. I need a touch more. 1/4 cup plus a tablespoon? All right. So along with our tofu, we added some mushrooms and some walnuts along with a bunch of spices, garlic powder, onion powder, smoked paprika, chili powder, and then some soy sauce as well for that nice rich umami flavor. And after I mixed that all on up, I added some jalapeno or jalapeno. I like to say jalapeno. I just spreaded it out on a baking sheet on some parchment paper and then threw that in the oven for about 25 minutes. It was on 375 degrees I'll write all of this down in the description box below for you guys, because trust me, I know watching my videos is really fast and I want to make sure that you guys can try some of my recipes. So that is why they're always going to be written down in the description box or linked down in the description box for you guys. Anyways, moving on. We cut the kernels off of the corn and then threw that into a pan with a touch of oil and then just cooked that on up until they were all fried and golden brown. I gotta say, this slaw was absolutely freaking delicious. Look at this damn color. So come time to eat, we got our slaw, some guac that my friend made, the quote-unquote meat to our tacos, and some fried up black beans as well. Tonight we just made the tacos on some whole wheat wrap. I absolutely love corn tortillas though, and I highly suggest getting corn tortillas because they're just so much better than the wheat wraps. I shouldn't say better, but just more authentic. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's just because I'm starving right now, but this is like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my entire freaking life.
Friday nights, and if we're through, I'll go my way. I'd like it if you stay Hawaii.
This morning we were just keeping it super classic with a bowl of protein oats. This is such a go-to for everybody, and I love to make my oats different every single time. So today I added a banana, some dates, some almonds, some walnuts, some pumpkin seeds. Honestly, I just absolutely love getting my nuts and seeds in because there's one, just so nourishing for the body and full of fats that are essential for everybody, no matter if you're vegan or not vegan. I truly believe that every single person out there needs to make sure that their diet is well-rounded and has a lot of variety in it.
You've been on my mind.
I was low-key addicted to that slaw, so I made a somewhat weird version of it today. So I just added some spinach, some red cabbage, some cucumbers, some peas, along with the rest of the slaw, and a vegan mayo mixture with a little bit of lime juice and Dijon mustard.
You've been on my mind lately, I tell you all the time, baby. Yeah, running, got me gunning, old school cat, got me stunning. Funny how the rest gon' come in. Funny how you back for the loving I've been. I got one too many tricks up my sleeve. I must need overdose of empathy. My pops and me, more screenshots of me. The streets.
Yo, this is so good. Like the color is kind of bland, but like it tastes so freaking good. That's the best smoothie.
My mind line speaking like a god of time. My modest mind speaking.
So I have to say, I love Indian food like so much. I swear to God, I used to work with a girl and she used to tell me that I should have been born in India and she should have been born in Canada. And it always made me laugh so much because she's like, you're so Indian, girl. Just the way that I would dress and the way that I like to eat and stuff like that. It always made me laugh so much when she said that to me. But anyways, we got a whole variety of stuff tonight. That red curry was so beyond spicy, like way too spicy, not gonna lie. But the orange one, the cauliflower one, it's like one of my favorites. We also got some samosas, some naan, some roti.
When the time's rough, it's kinda hard to hear it, so I'm sick of daydreaming, I just want the feeling.
Okay, don't at me for how sad this smoothie bowl looks because I tried to make it thick and the blender just did not want to make it thick, so I had to keep adding water to it and it was just a mess. But it's a smoothie in a bowl, so basically it is a smoothie bowl. Anyways, I topped it with some granola, some pumpkin seeds, some almonds, and some coconut yogurt as well, and the flavor was delicious. I just wish the texture was a little thicker. So I can tie this with my tongue, guys. All right, ready?
Just so you can smell my cologne. Don't like all this
Another one to prove it wasn't a trick accident.
in your existence.
There we go. Does that mean I'm a good kisser? I think so. So me and my friend went on a bit of a hike, but I wasn't feeling like making anything extravagant, so I just had some leftovers. But I gotta say, guys, eat your damn leftovers, okay? There's nothing wrong with them. So many people just throw out and waste their food, and it makes me sad. Add some fresh new elements to it, and it's basically a new meal.
When you fall in apart, and once in a while.
So So like I told you guys, I was heading over to my dad's on the weekend, so this is my first night at my dad's, and just goes to show how much I love cooking because I don't make my parents cook for me. I go over to my parents' house and I cook for them. And just to say, my parents aren't together, so like I would go over to my dad's house, go over to my mom's house. Anyways, moving on. We are making a Thai-inspired salad, and he had some fresh lettuce growing in the garden, so I picked some of that, and that was just so cute and fun. So we got a whole bunch of fresh veg in the salad, along with some rice noodles, and a super simple dressing to throw on top of it, and I will write that down in the description box below for you guys. So this morning I was feeling some pancakes, and I normally don't crave pancakes for breakfast unless it's like a colder month, but usually not in the summer. Anyways, we're making a little bit of a buttermilk idea here, so I added some cashew milk along with some apple cider vinegar to my bowl and let that sit for a while. Mashed up a banana, added my flour, some maple syrup, and a scoop of protein powder to it. And then once my milk started to curdle, I added it to my flour mixture, and I needed a touch of water, so I added that. Heated up a pan? Sure. Added a touch of vegetable oil and then cooked them until they were golden brown on both sides. Adding a lid to your pan is such a good idea because one, it makes them cook all the way through, and they cook a little bit faster that way too. So we topped our pancakes with some maple syrup, of course, and some hemp seeds because you guys already know I'm obsessed with them, and then we just had a grapefruit on the side and enjoyed our breakfast.
Endless roads to the horizon, past the oasis, it's all behind you. Mirage of agua, the stars above you, the creature's days to nocturnal days, makes you forget about outside.
So I went on a bit of a long walk by myself today because I just kind of felt like exploring my old hometown and looking at some stuff that I haven't really seen since I was younger, and it was just really nice. So when I got back, I munched on the leftover salad and then just had some coconut yogurt with some blackberries and some hemp seeds as well because I'm obsessed. And then from there, we decided to make some dinner, and we were just marinating some tofu right now, and like kind of like a dry rub because we're gonna actually barbecue them. My dad was so great and he barbecued them for me.
Is where I lay low, trade those late nights.
I'll write the marinade down in the description box below for you guys because honestly this was so good, and I let them sit for about 30 minutes before barbecuing them. And here I am toasting up some more corn because like I said, I had to make another variation of that slaw. We are making like a vegan barbecue type deal here today. So I chopped up a bunch of red pepper, some green pepper, some onions, some mushrooms. Whoa. And then seasoned it with way too much black pepper, by the way. That was big mistake, along with some basil, some oregano, some oil, and a touch of balsamic vinegar as well. I love balsamic vinegar like so much. It's just so rich and bold in flavor. So here I am making my slaw again. We added some vegan mayo, some lime juice, along with all of our veg.
Do nothing with me, everyone thinks.
Had a cute little vodka drink that my dad's friend made me, and I was feeling kind of crafty in the kitchen, so I mixed 3 different barbecue sauces together to make the right sauce that I was feeling to then toss my tofu in. This was like tofu ribs, guys. Like honestly, if you don't try any other of my recipes, try that one. Try the tofu because it is just, I am still dreaming about it, to be honest. Like I cannot stop thinking about how good this was.
Come on over, baby, bloom. That's the color you.
This morning we were just keeping it light with a matcha, and then we cut up an entire melon as well and ate this big melon. Part of it was kind of bad, but I just kind of cut around that part and ate the rest of it because I'm not a waster. Just because one piece is bad on it doesn't mean it's all bad. After that, I needed to try this vegan queso dip that I bought, and it was so damn good. I literally like could not stop snacking on it. And then I was like, okay, Julia, like let's make an actual meal because we can't just keep on eating queso dip and corn tortillas all day. So I just added a bunch of spinach to my plate, topped it with some leftover veggies, some leftover tofu, some leftover slaw, squeeze a lime, and as a snack, had some chocolate because you know what? Midday pick me up, so good. And don't at me because I know this is not a proper dinner, but I ate a whole bunch of cut up veggies with some hummus because I went to go visit my mom as she was camping in Sarnia the same weekend. I swear to God, like my entire family just decided to go to Sarnia on the same weekend without telling anybody. So after this, I actually met up with my cousin, my uncle, my step aunt, and like it was great. I love to see everybody. Oh, look at this lighting.
Oh, with the outhouse in the background.
It's like golden hour. Golden hour with my bread.
You're not gonna put that on your video.
Why not? I could literally eat this all day. I could eat a whole baguette. I could do it.
That's...
Freaking love baguettes. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button if you haven't already. It truly means the world to me and really helps my channel grow. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and remember to drink lots of water, eat your greens, and respect yourself, okay? Tell yourself you love yourself, and maybe have a little dance party every once in a while. But I will see you again soon for lots more content coming your way. Mwah!